Now, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest real quick. Other than Eminem coming at Joe Button and coming at Machine Gun Kelly, has he been talked about consistently? Has he been talked about this year? Because he dropped Kamikaze, which was a surprise album. And, I've always said that Eminem is a great lyricist, but his music is garbage. It's always been trash. He's never evolved. You know what I'm saying? You can't put him in the same breath as an artist that has evolved like a Jay-Z who has evolved and his music has matured, right? And it shows. For me, the album with Beyonce is one of the top albums of the year. His joint album with Beyonce, and the fact that Beyonce and Jay-Z are a power couple, a black power couple, heavily influenced, and well deserved and well regarded, for sure. But when it comes to Eminem, again, great lyricist, and all that. But his music has always been trash. It's never evolved, And when he came out with Kamikaze, that surprise album, like I said, other than the controversy that's surrounding that album, nobody has ever talked about that album. Sure, he did a song with Joyner Lucas called Lucky You. Hey, I mean, that's a dope song. It's a dope song. But outside of that, and the album itself, nobody has talked about that album. Facts. So when Joe Button says, and I partially agree with his comments, when Joe Button says that Travis Scott, actually, okay, I do partially agree with his comments because he said that Travis Scott and Cardi B's albums are better than Eminem. Now, to be honest, I've listened to both Cardi B and Travis Scott. Cardi B album, good album, but I dismiss it as far as it being, it's a collaborative album. I considered Cardi B's album a compilation because it has all kinds of writers. She's known for having writers, not even ghostwriters, writers, a team of writers for her album. So I consider that album a compilation album, and it should be its own category. So it shouldn't be considered no hip hop or rap genre album of the year. It should be considered a compilation album, straight up. Travis Scott, I actually thought that album was kind of overrated, to be honest. And I think Travis Scott is a good artist, but his album, I just don't think it. I don't think it was all that great. I think it was overhyped, to be honest. That's just my personal opinion. I have, as far as albums off the top of my head right now that I can think of for album of the year. Number one, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap, and number two, I'll have to go with Pusha T in Daytona. This off the top of my head. I gotta really think about, what other albums I could think of. I would consider 5, like top 5 albums this year. Oh yeah, the Black Panther soundtrack, dope ass soundtrack as well. But that's not an album though. That's a soundtrack. So I gotta think more clear about the other 3 albums. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Daytona and Victory Lap. But when Gucci Mane says that nobody bumps Eminem, he don't bump Eminem in his car, and he don't bump Eminem with his wife, and he asks the radio show host, so when you listen to Eminem, he says, when his new stuff come out, the day of or the week of, and he was like, so you play Eminem with the metaphors with your spouse, with your wife? He's like, I don't know, and that's exactly what this mind state of, if you understand and you're objective about the situation and you understand that Eminem's music, it doesn't translate for me. As a black man, it does not translate for me. Sure, he's a great lyricist, but he says absolutely nothing that resonates with me whatsoever. Eminem does not resonate with me at all. That's just like that goddamn comedian that was doing an impersonation of Eminem in his car. Dibba da scrabble, dibba da dabble. I mean, that's how he sounds. It's just rhyming words just to rhyme words. But wanted to listen to that, I'll listen to a Supernatural freestyle off the top of the head, or MC Juice off the top of the head. You know what I'm saying? I believe Supernatural is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as having the longest freestyle of all time or something like that. Just rhyming words, freestyle. I mean, if I want to hear that, I'll listen to Supernatural. But Eminem, his music does not his music does not translate nor resonate with me as a black man. Point blank and simple. It doesn't. It doesn't. So I completely agree with Gucci Mane, and I partially agree with in terms of saying that with Joe Budden, in terms of him saying that Eminem's album is not better than Cardi B or Cardi B or Travis Scott, you know, because I don't consider, like I said, I don't consider Cardi B's album a hip hop album. It's a compilation, and I consider, you know, Travis Scott's album kind of overrated. To be honest, it's just my personal opinion. You know, just my personal opinion about that. But yeah, I mean, you know, mainstream media and the dominant white society, they want to continue to prop up Eminem as a GOAT lyricist and all that stuff. But again, I've told y'all this before, that, you know, there's many people before Eminem that birthed his style, like the Redmans of the world, the Brother Lynch Hungs of the world, etc., that birthed his style. Pharoah Monch birthed his style. You know what I'm saying? So they make it seem like Eminem, when he came by with his style from coming from the battle rap culture, they made it seem like he was the first person to do it. No, he was just white. That's all. He was the first successful white artist to come from the battle rap circuit as a mainstream artist, but he's not the first. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's became the way he is today, because mainstream media loves their white savior, which is Eminem. And they'll back him no matter what. Even though his music has always been trash, that 12-minute freestyle he had, trash. In comparison to the latest verse by Jay-Z on the Meek Mill's album, completely shits all over anything that Eminem done this year. That Jay-Z verse on the Meek Mill album, fire, straight up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts about that clip of Gucci Mane talking about, you know, he don't play Eminem in his car. Because again, if you're black, you're classified as black or African American, you know that Eminem does not resonate with you unless you are a compromised Negro coon, straight up. But other than that, he does not say anything that resonates with black society, point blank and simple. And his music has not evolved at all. You can talk about the struggles of his white culture, you know what I'm saying, or trying to come up with solutions to better himself as a former addict or whatever the case may be. That's on his side. But again, it doesn't resonate with me or black society. Point blank and simple. So, there, fam. Those are my quick thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I got to pick up my son from the bus. I hear the bus coming. Until next time, family, I got to go. Make sure you follow me on social media at GMOG Media TV. All links are down below in the description. Till next time, family, Chauncey, a.k.a. The Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.